Tomorrow marks 3 weeks until Election Day, and the battle for the Senate getting hotter than a pistol in hell. Georgia's incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock and football star legend Herschel Walker still neck and neck in the polls since their one and only face-to-face debate on Friday. Questions still swirling over John Fetterman's health there in PA before his big debate with Dr. Oz in Pennsylvania next week. But there's one state that could be a surprise upset for the GOP. All eyes have turned to Colorado, where Republican nominee John O'Dea is painting himself as the Republican Joe Manchin and looking to oust incumbent Senator Michael Bennet. O'Dea trailing in the polls, but he has Dems very nervous as they pour millions into the race, with even President Biden making a visit last week. Could Colorado swing the Senate for the GOP in November? Here with me now, the host of the Guy Benson Show on Fox News Radio, townhall.com, political editor, a busy man with a big brain. Guy Benson is back. Welcome back, Guy.
Hey.
Hey. So what do you make of this Colorado Senate race? No one has been talking about it. We've looked at a lot of other places, a lot of other races. This really hasn't been on anyone's radar. Could this be an important race?
Well, I don't think that this would be the 51st seat for the Republicans. This is the type of seat that could potentially cascade if there's a big red wave. Joe O'Dea is a quality candidate. He's been smart. He's been disciplined. He's running against Michael Bennet, the incumbent, who could walk through the door right now and no one would recognize him. He's a total non-entity in the U.S. Senate.
He's like a vanilla wafer. If a vanilla wafer were a politician with legs, he would be Michael Bennet, as you were, Guy.
It's Michael Bennet, yes, the vanilla wafer of senators, absolutely. So if it got to be a towering red wave, this is the type of seat that could maybe get swept away for the Democrats because of the combination of factors that I just mentioned. I will say, is it possible that we'll see a surprise like that? Maybe. Earlier today, Steve Kornacki, who's a smart guy, one of our competitors, he pointed out that right now the Real Clear Politics average has the Republicans up 1.8% on the generic ballot for 2022. So this exact period, this many days out of the election, back in 2014, the Republicans were up 1.8%, identical on the generic ballot. And that turned out to be a big Republican night in the House and on the Senate side. There were some surprises along the way, like Mark Warner in Virginia coming within a whisper of losing to Ed Gillespie in a race no one was talking about, even less so than Colorado. So the question is, how big does a wave get, if it gets big at all, on November the 8th? And if it gets tall enough, then you start looking at Senate seats like Colorado, maybe Washington State, getting into the picture or coming into focus late in the evening.
All right, so let's move to Georgia. I know that Walker and Warnock had their one and only debate on Friday. Did it set anyone at ease who has had some questions about Herschel Walker's hypocrisy?
Yeah, I just got back from Georgia. I was down there for a number of days. There was buzz in the state about that debate, the one and only debate, all the allegations against Walker, and his expectations were set quite low, I would say. I think part of that was strategic. Part of it was just everyone seeing him in interviews and saying, okay, how is this going to go against a senator and a pastor? But by virtually all accounts, including journalists and Democrats sort of seething through their teeth, Walker helped himself on Friday night. There's almost no question about that. It was neck and neck before that happened. I think that he cleared a certain bar in terms of acceptability and putting some people, to your point, at ease and showing himself to be informed and a plausible senator. And if Brian Kemp, the Republican governor, wins big enough, and he's debating Stacey Abrams tonight, if he can win by 7-8 points, which is totally possible on November the 8th, that would require so much ticket splitting for Warnock. It would be possible for him to pull it off, but I think Walker could get swept into the Senate by a red tide if it gets significant enough. Again, a lot of ifs here, but I think Walker is absolutely not out of this thing. That's
amazing
a jump
to me,
ball, to use a different sport analogy.
How bad the press has been against him and some of the revelations that have come out and the comments from his own family. I quickly want to touch on John Fetterman and Dr. Oz. I just texted a friend of mine who happens to be a world-class cardiothoracic surgeon, and I said, is cardiomyopathy worse than AFib? And she said, yes, OMG, do you have that? I do not, thankfully. However, John Fetterman does. He told the press that he was experiencing AFib. He actually has a more serious heart condition called cardiomyopathy, and that is in addition to the side effects he's still battling from his stroke. Will his health be a factor in Pennsylvania?
Well, it already is a factor in Pennsylvania. And what do we have, like a 5 or 6 month old letter from a doctor, and that's it? No follow-up, no records. He's refusing to release it. You have to ask the question, why is that? Then you pile on top of his failing health or health concerns, his horrible record and his deadbeat status. This race, I'm shocked he's even in it, frankly. He is the slight favorite still based on the polling, but from people on the ground in PA, they say that one is also knife's edge, could go either way.
Interesting. And, you know, I don't know that I trust the polling methods and sources. I don't think a lot of conservatives still, because of the way they've been treated and conditioned, I don't think they're picking up the phone. So I actually think those 3 races that you just highlighted, I do believe they are closer than what we are seeing. I think Real Clear Politics is on the money in terms of the actual odds and where the Senate will fall. Guy Benson, I always fall for you. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you, lovely.